Hey guys, hope you're doing well. If you've been following my channel recently, I'm sure you've noticed I've been checking out the new Bring Me the Horizon tracks. So far, I did 4 from the album. I wanted to do just kind of one more, and that one more was supposed to be Nihilist Blues. Did the whole video for it, uploaded it, it got blocked. Nothing I can do. Sorry, guys. And since then, I didn't really have time to do much else until today, and I thought, I want to check out one more song for me, regardless. And I was like, let's film it. Why not? And, I'll do a video. If it gets blocked, then it gets blocked. But, yeah, I'm going to check it out. Song is Bring Me the Horizon, heavy metal. I don't think it's going to be a heavy metal song, but I don't know. Let's check it out, all right? Please don't be pop. Got some emergency alarm chords in the background. Oh, got some triplets? Oh, fuck. Okay. All right. I feel that beat. Got the slight low tuning game going. I feel you. Kind of vibing this. Kind of gets right into it. I like that. What the? Alright, this is the influences from like the rest of the album now. Getting in here, I see you. The weird shit. I like that melody, man. That guitar melody is contagious shit. It's actually heavier than I thought it would be. It's not heavy metal, but yeah. He even says it's ain't heavy metal. Oh, there we go, back. So I guess this is like the chorus. I'm vibing that. This is so far better than all the tracks I've checked out. I like that background kind of ambience, I guess you'd call it. That's dope. Structurally, it's cool so far too. Keeps the flow going. This part's a little weird. It fits though, but it's just very like, what? It makes you question it at first, no doubt. Yeah, back to the chorus. Let's go. I like it. There's like fucking musicians playing, man. That's what I want to hear. Let's go. This is a song I can hear live, you know? Because the musicians won't be standing there. I like the drum work too. A lot of offbeat work. Oh, what? Alright. This blends again with the rest of the album, no doubt. Some weird shit with those voice samples. Now I feel like it's gone on too long though. I like the ambience though. Yeah, come on. I feel like this should have been like half the time it is. This is kind of like little. This disrupted the flow, and then just back to the. That was the bridge. I like that harmonic minor thrown in there. Yeah, back to the and then the pre-chorus. What a weird bridge. Okay, you got me with that pause. I'm kind of vibing this. It's a weird song. I've definitely never heard anything exactly like it. It's creative. Kind of a sad song. Alright, repeat that chorus. Fair enough. How are they going to end this, though? Shit ain't heavy metal, man. That's very true. Okay. Oh, you did me dirty right now. Oh, oh, that was dirty. That was filthy at the end there. All right, shit. Wow, that was a surprise, no doubt. So there was Bring Me the Horizon, heavy metal. Whew, that's a lot to take in, because even though this feels kind of more like Bring Me the Horizon esque, it feels like almost out of place on the album. It feels so different, except for the weird electronic parts that definitely were reminiscent of the other songs like Nihilist Blues and whatnot that kind of made it all blend together. This feels like the culmination of the whole album. At least, again, from the songs I've heard. I haven't heard very many, just mainly the singles I've been checking out. But yeah, let's go deeper into each of the instruments. So, instrumentally, I enjoyed that guitar riff melody. It was catchy. It had energy to it, right? I felt something. It wasn't so monotonous like all the other tracks I've been checking out. It felt like it had push to it. It was really grabbing me, and I liked that. Even during the verses, it was pretty chill. I'm not a fan of the electronic parts in the verses. It fit, no doubt. I think that's maybe more of a preference thing, because it fit, and it also, again, made it so the whole album linked to this song a little better. Because if it was just rocky guitars and drums and all that, I think it would have felt a little disconnected from the album, because it's not really, it's obviously not a metal album, but it's not necessarily a rock album either. It's like a kind of pop rock, experimental, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, the guitar work was nice. Probably my favorite I've heard so far. I like the little touches of ambience they put in the background as well. So I think that's going to be a lit song to hear live, for sure. Drum work too. Drummer came alive. Like, fuck, man. Like, it felt like he was there. He was having fun. This felt like a fun song. Like, they were actually enjoying what they were doing when they were writing this. And that's something that I feel like is rare from the other singles. And I hate to say that, but it really feels like they're in it. This feels like they were going ham, even if, it's a satirical song. It felt like the energy was there, and I felt that shit, and I'm sure that live, again, people will feel it. Bass, definitely. So electronic elements, they were pretty decent. For the ones they did put in there, I think they probably picked the best they could. Again, a little weird, but it fits, and it blends the whole album together. So I'll give them a pass for that one. Let's go vocals. So vocals, again, he was more in it. Everyone was in this. Ollie, I could hear it. The melodies were very nice that he was choosing. It accented the riffs right on. No complaints about that. He had a little more, not necessarily grit in his voice, but energy. A bit more aggression. Not so much until the very end when you heard him actually do a scream, but he was more in it. I'm sure like live he'll have hella fun singing that shit. But yeah, it's just like, this is such a surprise to me, because first of all, I was expecting the opposite of heavy metal. I thought it was a joke song at first. But also, it's not metal, but you know what I mean? Like, I thought it was gonna be like the softest song on the album, but also because it just has so much energy and oomph to it compared to the rest of the tracks. Also, even the BPM, like the tempo wise, like everything was very kind of upbeat. It was in your face, and I really like that. That's Bring Me the Horizon. That's what they're good at, being in your face, giving you that emotion, giving you that energy. And finally, I'm like, yes, give me that shit, man. I've been waiting for it. Fuck. So yeah, Ollie, man, good job. I like the scream at the end. That was cool. It sounded a little. I felt like he could have done a better scream at the end if he was gonna go all out, because I felt like that was the all out moment, and I felt like he still held back a bit. He could have gone crazy and like put layers and shit, like lows and highs, just kind of as a fun fuck you to everybody who wants them to be heavy metal. But I thought he could have gone a little further with that right at the end. But other than that, that was nice. The only thing I'd maybe suggest is if he added a bit more of the aggressive vocals as layers, ambient layers, because that would have gotten you ready for the end even more, because then the whole song would have had that vibe instead of just the end. Because the end, even though it was cool and it all came together and really exploded, it did feel like they kind of shoved it in there, if that makes sense. Like, it wasn't a bad sudden transition or a bad surprise, but it was no doubt sudden. I was like, oh, okay. And it kind of gave you mixed feelings because the song didn't necessarily prep you for that. And it's not that all songs have to, be cookie cutter and prep you for something different. But if there was just some little hints of it in other parts of the song, I think it would have been like, okay, this song has the possibility to get heavy. I've heard these little moments. Is it going to culminate at the end? And then I think that would have matched it just a bit better right at the end there. But shit, man, Ollie did a great job. My favorite performance I've heard since, to be honest, That's the Spirit. So good job, man. Shit. Overall, that was a surprise. That was a good song. I vibed it. I will say one thing that really did bother me though. That bridge felt like a cop out. Like what was that? It also went on for way too long. Like this is a 4-minute song. Just take out the second half of the bridge, man. You didn't have to have that. That felt like just filler. But it wasn't even like they needed that filler. They could have had this 3 minutes and 30-second song. Great. No issue with that. So I don't know why that bridge went on for so long, as well as why it was so plain. Again, it kind of had that EDM element, the electronic element, which reminded you of, okay, here's the chorus that's a little more like Mantra, Wonderful Life, and upbeat, a little more rocky. And then here's that bridge that's a little more reminiscent of the rest of, the tracks they released. So I get it. It was trying to blend that, but it was pretty boring, that bridge. And again, too long for no reason. Could just take it out. That's it. Song would have fit perfectly nicely, just how it is, because there wasn't even lyrics on that part. It was just the instrumental, and it was boring. And that's the only thing I really did not like about the song, and it did disrupt the flow of the song. I was like, whoa, what's happening, right? Until then, everything was natural. I was like, okay, I'm feeling this. Even the weird electronic verses, I was like, okay, like a little weird, but it fits. But that bridge really kind of felt, I wasn't a fan of that. But yeah, shit, other than that, video too. I like the video. Apparently they're doing like the lyric videos for all of this. I like that. It's nice. It's simple. I don't think I could imagine even what they would do for a music video for this. Especially because the lyrics they're pretty sad, man. Like this is a sad song, and I'm gonna take a second and kind of say that it sucks when you're a big band and you got huge off of material that you don't really like anymore, right? Or not, maybe don't like, but don't want to play or create music like that anymore, right? Because they're not heavy metal anymore, and that's the whole point of the song. And they have people always saying, why aren't you heavy? Your music's shit now. Why aren't you heavy? And even in my reviews, right, or reactions, whatever, I don't get at them for not being heavy. I want them to be heavy, just like a lot of people. But I don't discredit them. I won't disrespect them and be like, this is shit because it's not heavy. I don't think that's fair, right? They have a big catalog of heavy music, and that's great. And maybe one day they'll go back and make some more, and that'll be dope as well. But yeah, it's just I can't imagine it. It must suck to have so many people outspoken and say this sucks because it's not heavy, and all the band wants to do is be experimental and create kind of weird rock, whatever you want to call this stuff now. So I feel for them for that. I got to say that. Of course I wish they were heavy, but they're musicians and they want to write music for them, and that's okay, right? So it has some sad lyrics. I gotta say that, and it kind of, I'm sure it'll make a lot of people wake up and be like, oh, they really don't want to do this anymore. They don't want to be heavy. So yeah, but it's a cool song. That was a cool song. Rahzel, I don't know who that is. It features him though. I didn't hear any extra voices, so I'm assuming maybe he was doing some of the production or whatnot. But yeah, overall, good song. I got to say, it's my favorite from the album. I would give this 3.75 Nicks out of 5. Okay? And that's because 2 reasons why I didn't get maybe a 4 or a 5. The bridge is lacking. That was weird. Just don't know why that was there. And like the electronic elements in the connotation of the context of the album, makes sense. As a single, if a person just heard this song and that's it from the album, it would be really weird, right? So this is a song that you have to understand the album, and you have to understand the lyrics and all that to really get into. So that's why I'm like, I kind of toned it down a bit on that rating, because it requires a lot of understanding to really get into the song. I'm lucky because I do have that understanding. You know, people were saying it's kind of a satirical song, and I assume that as well. So I had that coming in. I knew that. But if I didn't have that assumption, it would be hard to get into. It would be kind of weird, to be honest. And again, that bridge. So that's why I gave it that. But yeah, guys, there you go. And some final points. So this is going to be the last one I do from Bring Me the Horizon. I'm going to check out the album, and I don't know, maybe it's good. I'm not really sure. All the singles are weird and different, which is cool. My expectations is, you know, they kept saying this is going to be an experiment. They want this album to be something that you can't pin them in a genre. You know, they want it to be so out there. And they've done it from what I've seen so far. And congratulations. If that's their goal, they got it. Right? So good for them. But that's also kind of like, you know, I want to Bring Me the Horizon album, not an experiment. You know, that's what a lot of consumers, I think, will say. But my expectation is that I think next time, because they went so out with this one, is they might do some heavy stuff. You know, it's a weird assumption, but I feel like in 5 years or 4 years, whenever they release the next one, they're going to have an album that signifies all of their albums. Maybe not the deathcore stuff, but I think it's going to have stuff from Sempiternal, That's the Spirit, and maybe one or two of the albums before that, as well as this. And I think that's what that next album is going to be. It's going to be kind of their big masterpiece of that. And I think that will be really cool and dope. But yeah, guys, hope you like these. And yeah, I checked out Nihilist Blues. I pretty much just said it was really fucking weird the whole time. So yeah, cool. It was cool. It was just weird. But yeah, guys, hope you like these. Covers are coming very soon. My apologies for being kind of slow on those. But yeah, I hope you see this video. If you do, hit that subscribe button down below. And comment your thoughts on this song. Again, I kind of liked it. I judged it as a rock song, by the way, not as a metal song, of course. And as a rock song, it was cool. I liked it. But yeah, comment down below your thoughts. And I will see you next time on Thursday with a cover. All right.